We got a big day today, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Fed meeting today. I just found out about that. Today we have FOMC meeting. So on the days of FOMC meetings, it's very, very volatile. So expect a lot of volatility today. But whatever the move is by the end of today, the daily candle close is the direction going forward, in my opinion. Usually we see that to be the case. Fed meeting days are decisive market direction days in a sense. So we're going to get a lot of information by the end of the day today, and we're going to keep covering it. So if you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment. We're seeing some interesting things going on right now with the market drivers, like the dollar getting ready to break below 105, Bitcoin holding on to 27K that we needed to, and then a bunch of other things. So let's dive into it. So we got the 10-year yield bonds right now on the 3-day chart. We're still headed up here, but we're watching the 1-week chart to see the momentum is still headed up. So until we see that cross down, direction is still up. But today's going to be a big decider on that. We could see the bond yields melt down today with whatever happens in the meeting. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. That's at like 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then we got the stock market. So we're on the 1-day chart. We are holding that critical support, 15,200, which we needed to. We want to see a pop up today. Let's go to the 12-hour chart. Let's see if we're seeing the momentum come up here. All right, so the TSI not yet crossing up. We need to see that cross up by the end of today, because if we start to melt down a little bit, then that's going to open up the mouths of the void lines, and we could see that, and then this melt down, we could see a further move down, which we don't want to see. We want to stay above 15,000. So then let's go to the dollar. The dollar right now is at 105.009. Today's looking like the big day. We have on the 12-hour chart us rolling over here on the momentum oscillators. If we go to the 1-day chart, you can see that, yep, we got the TSI crossing down, we got the MACD red, and then we got the stock RSI crossing down. This pink's coming down. We're getting close to crossing below that 50 line. And as I said in the video yesterday, every time we cross with the pink at the 50 line below is when the dollar goes down. Right here. Dollar goes down. We actually got above, but back down. Dollar goes down. And then where we're at right now, we just need to see it come down. Dollar will go down, and likely the area will come down to at first is 103, but anything below 103 is the nail in the coffin. And even look to the upside, when the pink gets above the 50 line, dollar uptrend. Above the 50 line, dollar uptrend. Above the 50 line, dollar uptrend. So this has been some cyclical movements out of the dollar. And I think we're at the tail end of the market, of the dollar uptrend, and ready to go back down. So that's what I'm seeing there for the dollar. If we go to a lower time frame, like a 4-hour chart, it all starts with us needing to break from this low to this high. We need to break 104.646. So that's a 786. Because that will break us down, we could come down to the 1618 breakdown extension, which is where the 4-hour 200 moving average is. And at that point, if we can break that, then that's likely going to get us down to 103, and then we'll have to revisit that later. So let's go to the total crypto market cap, and then let's go to, all right, so we're on the 1-day chart, and we're at 1.05 trillion. We were saying we need to get above 1.04 trillion. We did. We held that support. We came up to that 50 moving average, which we said that it was likely that was going to happen. Then the next step, we said we need to break above the 50 moving average and the 786, because likely that's going to bring us up to the 200-day moving average, and we're still in the process of doing that. Then we have this support that we're holding like this. I would say I'm not grabbing it from here because this is like an anomaly. It's a fake breakdown, break back up. If this was normal and we went sideways, this would have been where the trend line started. So support. We have this coming down, curling in. So we have some convergence. So by Friday, we're going to know a direction. We could break down, retest that 786 again, and then fire up, or we could just fire up. But right now, the momentum is showing on the 1-day chart. It's solid. It's healthy. A lot of green there. So we got the TSI coming up, ready to get above that 0 line. MACD's green. And then the stock RSI's pressing its head up on the ceiling. And then the pink is above the blue. You don't see that often. And when you do, you see market rips. So that's that. And then if we go to the 12-hour chart, because we're about to see the 12-hour, oh, we just saw it. We saw the 12-hour candle close. We're still seeing that TSI crossing up here. I want to see more. I don't want to see it stall out. And the stock RSI, I want to see come back up here and rip back up. and then that ping to maintain above the 50 line. But yeah, if we come back down, the likely level is 1.04, 1.033 trillion. And that would be like a solid back test of the 50 moving average. Again, we tested it once, twice, 3 times the charm if that happens, and then we can go. And that served as a critical support, resistance, 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 flip to support, maybe one more time, and then we can go. So really getting above 1.07 trillion and then 1.10 trillion will get us out of the woods here. Now for the altcoins, the total 3, we're on the 1-day chart. We got that buy now signal. We broke this trend line coming down like that, just by a hair though, and then we have this trend line coming up like this that we're holding as support. So we're like in the middle of this wedge here. We need to keep on the momentum up and get above 333 billion. If we can do that, we're likely going to come up to 350 billion, and then if we can break above there, watch out. But on the 1-day chart, the TSI is heading up here. It's headed to that 0 line, what we like to see. Dark green in the MACD, pinks above the blue at the 50 line. We just need to see more of a push up here. Then if we look at, and look how we came to that fib overlap zone once, twice, multiple times here in the past year, and that was our base. So that's where we're going to watch. Like if we were to break down, that's the level, 310 billion. But let's go to the 12-hour chart. So we're above the 0 line TSI, we're above up here. Let's go to the 3-day chart and kind of see how that's rolling. Because we do have the stock RSI crossing up on that 50 line. We do have the TSI curling in, very promising. MACD as well too. Usually, I mean, for all of 2023, when we had this cross up, we had the whole market going up until February. We had a cross down. Then we had that March kind of panic with crypto. And then we crossed up in April, but then that was our top. Then we crossed down. And then from April to July, we didn't see any market movement. And then we saw the market movement. And then late July, early August, we saw a cross down. We saw the market dip down, and we're about to see a cross up. So these 3-day TSI cross ups on the altcoin market cap have been nailing the moves on the broader sense of 2023. Then let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin right now, we go to a 3-day chart, is about to cross up on that TSI, about to cross up, and the MACD and the stock RSI. And then look at the last time that all lined up, like this. That was back in June where we fired up, from 24K to over 30K rather quickly. So we could have an interesting day today. And then if we look at the 3-day chart, we're above that 200 moving average, that red one. And if we can get above 28K, 28,100, then we're getting back above the 50 moving average. And that's what we need to do. If we look at the 1-day chart, let's see where the 200-day moving average is. So we're managing a peaker ahead above the 50-day moving average, this green one. But we need to get above the 786, then ultimately back above the 200-day moving average. So the key level is 27,800 that we need to reclaim and hold as support. Once we can do that, things can get very interesting very fast. And then on the 1-day chart, we have that TSI firing up to that 0 line, ready to cross above. And then we have the Fed meeting today, so we have a catalyst as far as something to say why everything's pumping up. But so far, so good. We'll have to see how the middle of the day goes to the end of the day, but so far, so good on this. So that's the 1-day chart looking good. And I want to see us keep on holding that trend line support. But it's going to be volatile today, so don't take out any high levies. Wait it out until after the meeting is done, a couple hours after, and then you'll know the direction. So Bitcoin right now, momentum's headed up. Everything's looking good so far, but we do need to get above 27.8K, and we do need to hold 26.7K. So if we go to the 12-hour chart, 26.5K is the must-hold level. We could come down to 26.3, but we need to stay above 26.3. I don't even want to see us go back below 26,000. We want to maintain above there. So then let's go to Bitcoin dominance, because Bitcoin dominance is breaking above that trend line right now. We have the trend line coming down. We broke up. We want to see us come back down, break below 48.70%. If we can do that, Bitcoin dominance, nail in the coffin, because now this 200-day moving average is right up here, and we have the 50 moving average right up here. So we're pretty tight. So it's not much of a breakdown to really change the direction of Bitcoin dominance. So that's that. And then if we keep on firing up, I would expect for us to get to like 51.75%, the 786 here, from the high down to the low. Yep, right there. Then let's go to XRP, because XRP was putting on some movements last night in the Discord where we nailed that in real time. It was like 10 minutes. It was a span of 10 minutes, but we hit that mini move last night when it went up to over 52 cents. That was fun. Yeah, right up here. So let's go to the 1-day chart. So the 1-day chart, we already know we got that long entry signal flash. And really, if we can get above 52.5215, that gets us above this fib overlap zone. But getting above 55 cents is the utmost importance, because we have the 50 moving average coming down here. We have the 1618, 2618 breakout extension from the 786 that we're actually broke out above at 0.5050 right here. So we're above it. We broke above. So really, this is the next step, going to up to 55 cents upon breaking 0.5215 though. But look at that 1-day chart. The pink is just smoothly crossing up through that 50 line. The blue's coming down. We have the stock RSI up there, the momentum. TSI is firing up. MACD's green. Ready? If I shift to the 2-day chart, we're seeing that cross up. MACD's flipping green. And then looking at the 3-day chart, not quite there yet, but like the 2-day chart, seeing that, very promising. Doesn't happen often, but XRP is very cyclical. And every 2-day cross down, 2-day cross up, 2-day cross down, 2-day cross up, cross down, cross up, cross down, cross up. Right now, there's only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 crosses on the 2-day TSI, and we're on the 9th month of the year, so you only see it really once a month. And when it crosses up, direction's up. When it crosses down, direction's down. And that's an easy way of going about it. But look at this hidden bullish divergence. Look how low we are in the TSI. We're at the beginning of 2023 levels, right? When XRP was at, I think it was 30 cents. It was right here. 33 cents. We actually touched down to 30 cents real quick. So we've cooled off in our indicators a ton. Like, we reset the clocks. And now we're seeing this pink getting ready to cross above the 20 and the blue come down here. We could potentially see a massive move out of nowhere out of XRP. It's looking pretty strong, and it's like boiling. It's boiling in the pot right now. It's ready to erupt. You can feel it. It's been quiet, but we saw a sign last night that it wants to pop, and it's getting close. So you know where to watch. But on the 2-day chart, you can see this 21 moving average is squeezing tight. Let me actually delete this. So see how the 21 moving average is coming down, squeezing tight. And then we have this trend line coming up like this. And then we have the fib overlap zone, which is key as well too, and the 786 right here. So like, we don't got much room to move or wiggle, until we see a massive break to the upside or break back down. But I would say the odds are more to the upside, given all the momentum is pointing up. And the market drivers, like the dollar, looking like it's going to break down. Stock market, like it's holding well. Bitcoin, above, doing what we've been following for a while now. So everything looks pretty rock solid right now. So that's XRP. I'll be looking to take another levy out on this. I got a low leverage in overnight after hitting that quickie last night in the Discord. If you're not already in the Discord, link is in the bio. Come join it and ask for VIP, because we'll get you in on these trades. Rob at Stargate firm request me, but I'll be looking to play XRP for sure, because we could see a massive move. If we break to 55 cents and we just rip up through it, we could get into the 60 cents again. So I'll be watching that. Stellar as well too. Still holding its levels. It's been boring with Stellar. We do have the conference coming up pretty soon here, so we will have to see if there's any results from that. But as you can see, we have this trend line, support. And then for H-bar, pretty boring with H-bar as well too. We need to break above 0.053 for H-bar. We do have a 2-day prepare to buy soon. We do have the momentum coming up. Not as strong as some of the other ones I've been seeing. Like XRP looks stronger with those momentum oscillators. And then let's take a look at Chainlink. because we have the Swift conference. So I think they announced something. I know they're working together. You know, we've been covering that, but let's take a look at that, see if there's a play to be made today. So 1 day chart, we're looking at, so we got above the 200-day moving average here and the 50. So support for chain link is $6.70, and at the lowest, I would say $6.50, $6.40 right here. You can take that. So that was our breakout point. Resistance broke out. We could come back down. If we come back down to there, that's when I'm greasing up along, because that would be a great opportunity for an entry if you miss it going up here. We could see that today with the Fed meeting. Is always volatile, a lot of wicks in both directions, a lot of whipsaw action, so prepare for it. So yeah, so I'll be watching that, and then if we can keep on firing up, I see Chainlink going to $7.77. So that's what we're going to be watching. Dollar broke down below 105, so it's looking pretty solid as far as the market drivers and what we like to see. So I'll be in the Discord, guys. Link is in the bio. Come join it. I got a couple things I got to do this morning. Got some appointments, so I will be kind of out of commission until like noonish, 1 p.m., which will be perfect timing because it's right before that Fed meeting. So I'll see you guys over in the Discord and in the next video.